The last video I'm going to do tonight is about my two speedies. I own a 25 and a 30. Before I bought them, I had a lot of thought about which one was the best size for me, and I actually started from the 30 because I bought it pre-loved and I was pretty sure I'd get 25 until I had a good look at the ad and I actually bought the 30. So it does look massive, but it's not as big as you think. When I put it on like the crook of my arm and I go to work and I kind of have a glance at myself in the windows or the car windows, it doesn't look that big. It feels big because it fits so much, whereas the Speedy 25 looks a lot smaller but still fits quite a lot. But I'd like to start from something else, and that's just about my experience with buying pre-loved. I do like bags. I always did like bags. I always had in mind to get a Speedy or a Louis Vuitton bag when maybe 30, a bit older anyway, not in my 20s when I couldn't afford it. And as a very inexperienced buyer, I just went straight onto the Louis Vuitton website and bought a new bag, which I lost money on because it wasn't the right bag, it wasn't the right size, it was the Neverfull PM. So I did make a big mistake and I did lose money. I did lose quite a bit of money on it. So ever since then, I kind of thought there's so many pre-loved beautiful bags in the UK that you can buy either on Gumtree or on Spock. You can buy on eBay as well. I've talked about it before. But I just find myself thinking, why didn't I do it before? Why didn't I just go down the pre-loved route? I do know what a genuine bag looks like. I do trust the people that are selling it most of the time. So I do know what to look for when I look for a pre-loved. So therefore, if you do know what you're looking for, it's not very hard. You'll see it in the picture. Normally the lining is brown, so there's no issue there. If you see that and there's a date stamp, it shouldn't be a problem of picking up a genuine bag. I do want to add that ever since I started buying pre-loved, because the price is so much lower than a new bag, you kind of tend to buy more because you want to have more and you want to have a bigger collection, so you just buy more and more, and then some things you don't really need, but because they're maybe less than £100, you think it's a Louis Vuitton, I'd like to have another Louis Vuitton in my collection. But I just don't know if that's the right thing to do, because you just, from my experience, you just tend to stick to the kind of classics, which is the Speedies and the Neverfull and the Pochette accessoire. So therefore, I would say if you're starting your purchases on the pre-loved websites, the best thing to do is probably go for classic. You can always resell. You haven't bought it for very much money, you can probably resell it quite easily, so therefore I would really advise doing that. Having said that, because the price is good and you probably can afford 2-3 bags that are pre-loved for one new bag that you might buy from Louis Vuitton, I find that I'm just constantly looking for Louis Vuitton bags. Like, I have got the basics. I probably don't need any more bags. I should be saving my money up, but I just can't stop. And I just feel this bag is such a beautiful craftsmanship, and it's a classic, and everyone who sees it knows it's a Louis Vuitton. Therefore, even if they don't like it and they're snobbish about it and they say, oh, I just don't know what people find in Louis Vuitton, they know you've got a Louis Vuitton on your arm and they look at it. So for that reason, it's worth every penny. I would say that you should think about buying beyond the classics, because unless you've seen it somewhere and you do like it, probably best to start with the classics and just work your way to other models. I bought the Fleety, which is a denim. I never thought I would, but I did. And I did find it pre-loved, as I said in the previous video. So moving on to the size comparison, I do know there's a lot of videos about which size is better, 25 or 30. I did start with a 30, so I was very happy about that, because a lot of the bloggers and the YouTubers do recommend the 30 for work or for, it has more space in it. But having got the 25 after that, I am not disappointed by the size. I actually find them both very useful. I do tend to swap between my Speedy 30 and my Neverfull when I go to work, but The only issue with a Speedy 30, when you take it to work and you've got water and lunch and maybe some paperwork and obviously your essentials, which go into my pochette accessoire, as I said before, it gets so heavy and you're walking to work and you think, what have I got there? It weighs a ton. And I think it's because of the size, because you can stuff it quite easily. It's so easy to overdo it. Whereas with the Speedy 25, it does fit a lot, but you're probably not going to stuff it as much. Therefore, the size does have an effect on weight, I would say. And if you don't have strong arms or you've got to carry the bag for quite a bit of time of the day, I would just go for the Neverfull, because the Speedy 30 gets really heavy and you get tired of carrying it around. In my Speedy 30, I like to use an organiser when I don't have too many things to put in, because I tend to find that the organiser takes a lot of space and it actually limits the space you can use within the Speedy. So I just bought this little one from Primark. I think it costs maybe £3.50, £4. It's a really good bag organiser. You can find it at the bag section in Primark, and I use it. But when I've got a lot of stuff, or I've been going to Primark on the day, and I've got stuff to bring back home, I normally just take the organiser out because it just takes so much space. With the Speedy, I didn't bother to put an organiser because I think it's just going to cramp it, and there's just not enough space in the Speedy 25 for a bag organiser. The other thing is, if you take your bag organiser out, you do tend to find that is a little bit of sagging at the bottom, which I quite actually like. I don't like it to be flat. I just think it looks bulkier that way. I think it meant to be a bit more saggy, so I don't mind that at all. And for that reason, I probably will not use the bag organiser for much longer. Another thing I was going to say about the preloved purchases that I've shown you is that every bag you buy will have something wrong with it. So this particular bag had an owner that was a smoker, and you can still smell it. You can still smell 10% of that smoky smell that just in your face when you open it, but you just have to live with it. The other thing is that person didn't do a good job on keeping the canvas intact, which I don't know how they've done it, because it's such a durable material. You just wonder what they've done with it. Probably dragged it on the floor on their way to work. And with the Speedy 25 that I've reviewed before, the handles were quite dry and cracked. Apart from that, the owner did keep it very, very nice. Nothing wrong with the corners. And it's an older bag, so for that reason I'm surprised it's in such a good condition. I was going to mention a little thing before I finish, and that is how to dress up your Speedies. I find that the Speedy 25 is an everyday bag, therefore I probably will dress it more, so I can have a little scarf on it, very cheap scarf from New Look, and my La Dure Paris keychain. With the Speedy 30, because it's a work bag, I didn't want to overdo it again, but I didn't want to look like an old lady's bag or like a doctor's bag or Mary Poppins, whatever. So I just went and bought a cute little teddy in the Eben print, and that is off eBay. Doesn't clash very much with the monogram, just looks quite nice and cute, and just dresses up my Speedy. Yeah, so that was my review and comparison of the Speedy 25 and Speedy 30. I do think if you own them both, you will use them, you would love them, and they're great bags. Let me know what you think. If you've got any suggestions or comments, please put them below and give me a thumbs up. Thanks.